Hey peeps, my name is Naisha and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. If you're not new, welcome back. I hope everyone's having a good day or night whenever you are watching this. Today I'm back on choices once again. I'm going to talk about Dirty Little Secrets, chapters 3 through 8. And yes, there will be spoilers. So once again, this is spoilers. So if you don't want any spoilers, I suggest you just wait until like 14 days and it'll come out. But it'll come out very slowly. If you don't want to do that, you can always check different YouTubers who are playing choices. I know I watch Ch.3 mainly because he does voices. He voices the characters and stuff, and I feel like that's entertaining to me. I would definitely put his playlist link below in the description box. But once again, spoilers. Now, I'm just gonna get to the gist. Now, chapter 3, the whole neighborhood has a get together. At the end of that get together, Sadie basically tells you that Charles, the love interest in this story, killed his wife. Of course, the character Faith, that's gonna be her name throughout these videos that I make. But yeah, so Faith, she's very concerned about this. So chapter 4, you go over his house trying to find clues whether he killed his wife or not. And then you do see a pill bottle that says the side effects, and side effect is, I want to say, a heart attack and things like that. Chapter 5 is basically Valerie's funeral, because once again, a member of the neighborhood and the HOA of the neighborhood has died. So, and then you get a little information about Sadie in this one, because Sadie and Valerie's husband was having an affair, so basically he was cheating on Valerie and stuff like that. Chapter 6 is basically you snooping into Sadie's. Also in chapter 5, you also tell Charles why you've been kind of tense with him and stuff like that, why you've been awkward with him. And yeah, of course, you apologize to him and things like that, so y'all reconnect. Again, chapter 6 is basically snooping into Sadie's house, looking at her little black book, seeing and hearing her bang, I want to say her pool boy. Chapter 7 is you basically going to the fair with Charles and his daughter. I forgot the daughter name, but yeah. And chapter 8 is basically Sadie is hosting an auction, and she's also talking about what she's gonna do, if she become HOA. And one of the things she's gonna do, especially the way they ended it, is basically her destroying the MC's house, Faith house, destroying Faith house and building a community center right there. And that's where it ended. And all I have to say is, overall, this book I don't like. It went in a direction that I didn't think it was gonna go in, and I'm thinking now I feel like this is a lame book to me. Now, before I get into the whole lameness of it all, let me just go back to and just talk about each chapter. Chapter 3 was interesting. Chapter 3 is what made me want to continue to watch Ch.3 play um this this story, only because in chapter 3 we also get to know a neighbor's secret, and I was like, oh, I think that's cool. Like, knowing all the neighbor's secret, I thought that'd be pretty dope. Like, that'd be like another thing, something to add. And like, if you have like secrets against people, you could like, use them as allies, something interesting. So, like, you find out that one of the neighbors is a kleptomaniac. And her husband talking about it, and he's like, you can't keep doing this. I can't keep living like this, especially you, like, stealing and things like that. And, again, you get to know about that neighbor. And also, like, you get to know about Charles as well, because y'all get close and things like that. But then at the end of it, Sadie, she tells you, like, oh, you want to watch out for him because he killed his wife. And I rolled my eyes at that because I was like, Sadie, I don't even know why you even telling us this, because it's not like you want Charles. Because, like, especially when you get into the later books, you know that her type is old and rich men. So I just rolled my eyes at that. Chapter 4, because she put that thought in your head that, that Charles killed his wife, now Faith thinks that Charles also killed Valerie, and she wants proof. And so, like, he invites her to dinner and things like that. And while she's in his house, she goes into his room, sees the pill bottles. The pill bottles has a side effect. Because the way that they said that Charles' wife died was a heart attack, and then Valerie did the same thing. And the medicine that Charles' wife was taking, the side effect is a heart attack. So she think that maybe Charles gave Valerie the pills and stuff like that. So of course Faith has her suspicion, and now she's awkward around Charles, and he knows it because in chapter 5, the funeral, the wake that they have, she's, again, she's distant from him. She's hearing other people talk about him because they think that he murdered Valerie, because they think he murdered his wife, which isn't true. And of course, you get you and Faith and Charles have a heart to heart, and he tells his side story, like, no, he didn't murder his wife and stuff like that. And then he was also taking those pills because, he was getting anxious and things like that. But I think he stopped taking the pills and stuff. But yeah, and they kind of get back on good terms. But like, Faith also, she finds out that Sadie and Valerie's husband, the mayor. She found out that the mayor and Sadie have been having an affair and are still like getting it on. And so, and she finds out that Sadie wants to be the HOA, and the mayor is trying to help her become the HOA. And so, of course, Faith now thinks that not Valerie, but Sadie has something to do with Valerie's death. So then in chapter 6, she tries to I don't get this, but she puts on clothes, which is, by the way, Diamond Choice. She puts on clothes and tried to, like, and I don't know why. This is weird, because to me, chapter 6 is weird, because in order for her to get into her house, she decides to dress up as Sadie, which I'm thinking, like, I could understand if they gave us the same exact outfit as the same sorry about that. But the same exact outfit that Sadie wears, and then blonde hair. I can understand if they did that, if that was like a Diamond Choice. But it was just a cute outfit, but it wasn't something that Sadie was wearing. So that's why I kind of rolled my eyes at, because I'm thinking, like, how's that us dressed up as Sadie? That is not. And of course, um, and of course, there's a scene where Sadie's boyfriend, cause like Faith is trying to go into a house, and then Sadie's boyfriend was like, "Babe, you're back," and then like my thing is, he's not look. It seemed like he's not looking at Faith, but behind her, like looking behind her and stuff like that, but not looking at her face. I'm thinking to myself, shouldn't he tell, like, shouldn't he be able to tell that, like, okay, that's not Sadie, because one, she's wearing something different, two, her hair is shorter than Sadie's, and three, like, Sadie's blonde, the character is either, it looks brunette or black. I'm thinking it's brunette. Well, Locum's Ch.3 character, I think she's a brunette. But I'm thinking, like, they have different hair colors and stuff like that. They're wearing different hair colors, different hair length, wearing different clothes. But I was like, how is it? That was just a weird moment for me. Like, he's like, and she's like pretending to be Sadie, and she's like, she said something, he believes it. And I just thought that was I thought it was bull crap. Because I'm like, really? Because I'm thinking, like, if you really truly know a person, even, like, if you really truly know a person, whether you are intimate with that person or you have a platonic relationship, you know how they look like, you know what they was dressing like. And I was like, what in the actual... I was like, what in the actual crap is going on here? So then of course you get into Sadie's house, but Charles help you out and things like that. And of course Sadie comes back with her pool boy who she's banging. And of course you and Charles are stuck in the closet, and you can have your own little fun with Charles in the closet as well. Although Locum 23 doesn't show that because YouTube is being strict and stuff, which I think is weird, especially if you put like it's not for kids and stuff like that. I don't know. I just think it's weird because it's like, it's not like they showing us, he's just reading and things like that. Again, I just think that's weird, but that's for another video. Anywho, so after they do get out of Sadie's house, because like they do snoop, they find her little black book. Apparently she has been banging rich old men left and right. And I know Faith wanted to know, like, how did, Sadie become rich and stuff. And basically Charles told her that her late husband was old and rich, and that's how she got her money, because he died and things like that. And so after they, did all the snooping they could do, they escaped from the house, and come across the twins. I want to say, what, Alice and Allison? Or something like that. And you see one of the twins dressing like Valerie, and that's where it stopped at. And so that's where chapter 7 takes up at. We get to know more information about why one of the twins is dressed up as Valerie. And come to find out, she's just having some identity crisis situation going on and stuff like that, because she's always dressed as a twin and things like that. So she's just trying to find her own identity. And then chapter 7, like, not only are you looking, like, hearing what one of the twins is saying, but you also get to spend time with Charles' daughter at a carnival, and you get to get on her good side a bit. To be cordial, like kind of friendly, not too friendly, but just friendly enough. And of course, you talk to Charles' kid, and I'm thinking, I'm trying to figure out what was her name. Is it Yasmin? I forgot what her name was. I'm thinking it was Yasmin. It was something pretty and stuff. But yeah, Chapter 7 was cutesy because again, y'all went to the carnival. You went to hang out with Faith. Went to hang out with Charles and his daughter and things like that. Learn a bit of gossip about the neighbors and stuff like that. But that's about it. Chapter 8, Sadie has an auction, and of course, Faith is telling the old man that are funding Sadie's claim to be household A, telling them about about her little black book and stuff like that, just trying to sabotage her. That's what Faith is doing, trying to sabotage her, and also trying to figure out who murdered Valerie as well. And of course you could get a little intimate in this chapter as well. Like some of the previous chapters you could get a bit intimate in and stuff like that. I don't really know fully because once again, Locum 23, and I'm probably sure every other YouTuber that is doing choices is probably not able to get you're not able to see what all goes on these diamond choices, but you get an idea of what's going on. But yeah, and of course Faith and Charles also go to do an auction and stuff like that to get clues about again who murdered Valerie and all that good stuff. Because Faith is acting like a detective. But then at the end, because Sadie, she's talking to people, trying to get the votes up and stuff like that, and Faith told the downtown, because there is also a rivalry against the uptown Vermillion Lane people and then the downtown Vermillion Lane people. And so yes, Faith was able to get the downtown people to speak up, and they spoke up, and of course Sadie didn't like that because she couldn't answer the questions at all. And so she decides to be petty and vindictive and say that what if when she does win HOA, she's going to tear down Faith's house to build a community center for Vermillion Lane. And so now it's so now Faith, the main character, if you didn't know, but now Faith is going to have to save her house. And I kind of rolled my eyes because I was like, really? Because I'm thinking if anything, she and Charles could just move in together. That's not going to stop Faith from being there and stuff like that. And again, she could always move to a different even if that did happen, even if that was a thing, she could always move into an apartment close to Vermillion Lane, or she could move into a different house in Vermillion Lane. I mean, I'm just saying, I just think it's just stupid. I just think, really? So now, she has to save her house and solve, the mystery. And this is where I'm just shaking my head and rolling my eyes because I'm thinking, Pixelberry, really? Y'all couldn't think of anything interesting and stuff like that? Because I'm not gonna lie, with chapter 3, y'all was on a good, y'all was on a good run. Y'all really was. Especially with chapter 3 and then chapter 4 and 5 and stuff like that. Like, it was getting good. And then it's like chapter 8, y'all took a left turn when y'all should have took a right. You should have took a right, but you took a left. And now we end up with this bull crap. And I'm just shaking my head because I'm thinking, like, this could have, I don't know, like, where this is going to go. But now I'm getting kind of like, I'm like, okay, might be boring. This might gonna be boring. Like, this, I'm just trying to figure out, why did y'all make that call? Like, because, like, if anything, you could just say, like, you know what? How about we get, like, what could have happened, what could have been a big turn, is, like, be like, you know what? We don't think Sadie is a good fit to be HOA. So get Charles to do it. And then, yeah, somebody could just say, well, get Charles to do it. Even though he's like controversial and stuff like that. Or y'all could have just said, hey, Faith, she may be new, but I feel like she's capable of, and stuff like that. And it's like, I don't know where this is going, but I'm rolling my eyes. I'm not impressed. I'm not impressed at all. I'm not impressed at all. Sorry about that, y'all. But anyway, I'm not impressed at all about that. So I was like, I don't know what's going to be done and things like that. Like, how they're going to move on from that. Because it's like, okay, now she got to fight for her house. Yeah, I'm not playing this. Like, because Dirty Little Secrets comes out for us regular folks. It comes out in like 14 days. In 14 days. I'm not going to play this. I'm really not. Because I actually was going to play it. I was looking forward to playing it. Like, usually when I want to play something, I stop watching Locum 23. Like I stopped watching him like after, because yeah, I was gonna stop watching him after after chapter 7. But then I told myself, hey, let's check out chapter 8, and I'm glad that I decided to check out chapter 8, because now I just feel like it's gonna go downhill and the story ain't really going to be as interesting as I thought it would be. But that's just my opinion. Let me know down in the comments what y'all think. Do you think that this would just make the story even more interesting and things like that? Just let me know what y'all think about it. What y'all think about Charles, like Sadie, because I'm gonna be honest, Sadie being like the villain is pretty annoying. Like, she's like any woman that Pixelberry like picks to be the bad guy and stuff like that. She's like because we, like, basically I've seen better villains, and it's like, so yeah. But that's all I have to say about it. I think I'm just gonna wrap this up. Again, let me know what y'all think about this story in the comment below. And you can always like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, see ya.